Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. Welcome to the last video of TudorTember 2021. Thank you so much for everyone that's taken part in TudorTember. I hope you've read some wonderful TudorTember themed books, whether that's fiction, non-fiction, whatever it may be. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the book that myself and Julie read together for TudorTember. That was Secrets of the Tudor Court by Darcy Burnett. And let me just give you a little bit of backstory as to why we chose this. We chose this because it was a time in which I'm rather rushed off my feet and lots of things are changing for Julie too, and we wanted a book which we both owned, and I knew that we both already owned this, so I was like, oh, why don't we just read this? And Julie was like, yeah, let's just read this. So it was agreed that we'd read this simply out of logistics of the fact that we both owned it. Okay? That's why it was picked. Right, so what is this book about? This book is about Mary Howard, daughter of Thomas Howard, who comes to court to serve Anne Boleyn. And it is about life at court, essentially. That is what the book is about. And I would like to start with positives, okay? Starting off with positive. I like to try and be a positive person if I can. So positives are, I like books that are not necessarily about the same people of the Tudor age, okay? I'm going to put this down. So people like Mary Howard, Thomas Howard, Henry Fitzroy. Yay, it's great to have these people in historical fiction, particularly Henry Fitzroy, actually. I think there should be more written about Henry Fitzroy. At the end of the day, he was the son of Henry VIII. Illegitimate or not, he's still the son of Henry VIII, so I think it's good to have more books about him. However, okay, that's my positives. Right, are you ready for my negatives? Start with, it was a bit boring. I was reading this at a time where I'm looking for books to pick me up. I'm quite stressed at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. University is hard and I have no time to sneeze, let alone do anything else really. My days are always so rigidly planned, and whenever I pick a book up to read, I'm picking a book up to immerse me, to take me out of my world into someone else's, and to really get stuck in and enjoy it. But to be honest, I just found this book quite boring. I was finding it really hard to stick in a world which I've just found dull, and I've never really found like the Tudor court is dull before, but this one was. It was definitely a mood, and it put me in a mood of not just was I stressed, I was now stressed and grumpy, and I wanted to be stressed, but when I read, slightly relieved and slightly more happy and cheerful, and this book was not doing it for me. At times, it was quite uncomfortable in reading the way that Thomas Howard is. I mean, Thomas Howard, if we're talking about turds on a stick, he definitely fits into that group, doesn't he? Along with Henry VIII and Thomas Seymour and others. You know, they're all turds on a stick gang, but the way that parts are written about how he is, how he talks to Mary, how he physically treats Mary, it was uncomfortable. Like, really uncomfortable to read. I didn't enjoy that. At the start of the book, we're reading and Mary is like meant to be 3 years old, but honestly, she's the most eloquent 3-year-old ever. And then at the end she talks about like, oh, I haven't wet myself, and it's like, what? You've gone from being like this really eloquent, and the way that she talks, it's like as if she's like 25 or whatever, then suddenly she's like, oh, I didn't wet myself. I'm like, what? It's as if that's like an afterthought and just been chucked in by the author. No. And to continue with this, Mary Howard herself just doesn't seem to develop from that eloquent 3-year-old. She just ends up being the same all throughout, and where is the character development? There is none. I kind of think of Mary as a bit like a really unlikable Bridget Jones. I need to put it out there, I love Bridget Jones, okay? I really love Bridget. But you know how Bridget just, if you've read the books, you know, she goes back and she makes the same mistakes again. There's Mark Darcy, Daniel Cleaver, Mark Darcy, Daniel Cleaver. It's kind of like that with Mary Howard, as if she makes mistakes, but she doesn't learn from them. She just constantly makes mistakes. And then it's like, she gets upset about mistakes. It's like, why are you getting upset about something when you're not learning from it? It's like, learn. There's no character development with Mary whatsoever. She is the same on page 1 as she is to the end. And it's like, excuse me? And last but not least, I've never read a book where someone cries so much. Mary spends pretty much, I would say, about 60% of this book crying, and the other 40% is waiting to cry. Literally, it is a countdown to cry. It is, I am crying, I am waiting to cry again. It's like the happiness in this book is just this, it's this, and the rest is just moody, dull, rainy day. Ugh. So you could probably tell, I gave it 1 star. I didn't like it. Sorry. I'm sure some people do really like this book. It's just not for me at all. But if you have read it and you have enjoyed it, let me know, because I would like some positives to go with this video. As I said, I do like the fact that Henry Fitzroy's in this. Yes, please, more books with Henry Fitzroy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this ramble of me rambling on, and just again to say another thank you. I hope you have enjoyed TudorTember 2021. I know it has been quite different because just I don't have the time to do as many videos as I would like to do, but I hope you have enjoyed the content that I have managed to get out for you, so fingers crossed you have. If you have any requests for TudorTember 2022, let me know in the comment section and I will get planning for those. I think if I plan ahead far enough, perhaps things will work out and you'll have more videos in 2022. But thank you again so much for watching. Thank you for taking part if you did, and I'll see you again soon for my next video. Bye!